Hey, all you perfectionists, welcome to Perfect Edition Comics. I'm your host, Perfect, and today we're going to take a look at manga new releases for June 2021. Let's do this thing. First up, we've got Viz. And we're hitting it off with the pick of the month. That's right, this is the one, the only, the 80s classic, Fist of the North Star. And this comes to you in a hardcover. Volume 1 comes out June 16 for $19.99. Now, looking at the page count, I think it's going to be about 1.5 volumes in one, which means if we look at the initial series having 27 tankobon, we should expect around 18 or so hardcovers in total. Let's read the synopsis together. In a post-apocalyptic world, humanity has risen from the ashes of nuclear war, but only to a nightmare of endless suffering. It's a time of chaos. Gangs of savage marauders and warlords rule the broken ruins of civilization, terrorizing and enslaving the survivors. Life has become a brutal struggle for existence, and death the only release. Next up, we have another new series, and this is going from post-apocalyptic death and destruction to cuteness. Yes, that's right, we're going back to Mario, and we're having Kirby Manga Mania Volume 1. Jump into dreamland with Kirby and gobble up some fun. Everyone's favorite pink puff teams up with his friends to keep arch frenemy King Day in line. Fans of all ages can enjoy this collection of classic Kirby comics. Just take a deep breath and hop on in. It's in shops June 9 and goes for $9.99. Next, we have another new series. This is Yakuza Lover Volume 1. When drug dealers attack feisty college student Yuri at a party, she's saved by Toshiomi Oa, the young boss of a Yakuza syndicate. Despite her obvious attraction to him, she convinces herself that she's not in the market for a bad boy type. But when they meet again, she finds herself irresistibly drawn to him, kicking off a steamy and dangerous love affair that threatens to consume her, body and soul. In shops June 2nd for $9.99. Next, we have a final volume of a fan favorite. That's right, Blue Flag is ending on Volume 8. Don't miss the heartfelt conclusion of Blue Flag. In shops June 16th for $12.99. Next up, we have another series concluding a big fan favorite, just one more volume to go. So this is the penultimate volume of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. This is volume 22, in stores June 2nd and goes for $9.99. Next, we have a second volume in a new series from Viz. This is Call of the Night volume 2. It'll be in stores June 9th and also goes for $9.99. Next, another fan favorite, probably one of the biggest ones right now currently out. That's right, more Chainsaw Man coming at you monthly these days. This is Chainsaw Man Volume 5 with a kick-ass rainbow-colored cover. Comes to you June 2nd for $9.99. Next, and still hitting the big hitters, we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 10, also in stores June 2nd and also for $9.99. And the hits keep coming, people. That's right, Dragon Ball Super is up to Volume 13, also installs the first week of June 2nd to be exact, and also for $9.99. And the goodness keeps coming, that's right, Komi Can't Communicate by Tomohito Oda hits stores June 9th and goes for $9.99. And did I say another big hitter? Oh, I did. Get your wallets ready. That's right, My Hero Academia, we're up to Volume 28. This is also in stores June 2nd and also for $9.99. And next up, an actual big hitter. So punny. Anyway, One Punch Man Volume 22 is also out June 2nd and also for $9.99. Next up, we have something a little bit newer. We're up to Volume 5 of Spy Family, and this comes out June 9th and also goes for $9.99. I'll just stop right here to mention, you might have noticed that there's kind of grayed out text in some of these images I'm showing you. That's just to avoid spoilers. If you really want to zoom in or look up the solicit for yourself, you can read through it to your heart's content. But I really want to try and avoid spoilers of especially the later volumes of certain series, in case you just are interested in what's coming out and want to pick it up later, spoiler free. That's how we do it here. Anyway, back to the episode. Golden Kamuy, Volume 22, in stores June 16 for $12.99. Next up, something a little bit bigger. This is a 2-in-1, I believe. This is Meison Nikoku Collector's Edition Volume 4 by the legendary Rumiko Takahashi. This is in stores June 16th and goes to $24.99. Next, something I don't have to explain to any of you, this is One Piece. This is something a slight bit different though. This is the 3-in-1 Omnibus edition. Paper quality is a little bit thin, but obviously you're saving a lot of money versus the singles. So if you want to pick it up saving $1 and kind of keep up with One Piece, then this will treat your wallet nicely. This is up to the Wano arc. This comes out June 9th and goes for $14.99. Let's see what Kodansha has this June. First up, we have a anniversary edition hardcover of Chobits. This is the 4th hardcover, and this comes out June 15th for $24.99. Staying with collected editions and hardcovers, we have Cardcaptor Sakura. This is volume 8 of 9, so just one more to go after this if you really want Cardcaptor Sakura in its ultimate format. This is in stores June 22nd and goes for $29.99. Staying on that Cardcaptor Sakura train, we have Clear Card Volume 9, in stores June 22nd and goes for $10.99. Then a classic that's been reprinted in omnibus editions, we have Shaman King Omnibus Volume 2. This includes volumes 4, 5 and 6 of the original Tankoban, around 600 pages in all. This is out June 8th and goes for $19.99. Next up, another new series. This is Peach Boy Riverside Volume 1. The rambunctious teenage princess Saldarine is fed up with being trapped behind high walls and engineers an escape. But this world is full of monsters, both human and otherwise, and it could be Sally herself is one of them. In stores June 29th for $12.99. Next up, something that's close to my heart. I love the anime, I've spoken about this many times before. Rent a Girlfriend Volume 6, out June 1st for $12.99. Next we have Heroic Legend of Arslan Volume 14. This is done by the artist of Full Metal Alchemist, so if that was your jam, then this might be too. There's more in the kind of fantasy realm as well, so yeah, might be something that you should pick up and take a look at. In stores June 1st for $10.99. Next we have That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Volume 16, out June 22nd for $12.99. Then we have The Legendary, The Great, The Awesome, To Your Eternity, Volume 14, in stores June 22nd for $12.99. Then another one that's burning up the sale charts and has had lots of good reviews. This is Blue Period Volume 4, winner of the 2020 Manga Taisho Grand Prize, a manga about the struggles and rewards of a life dedicated to art. In shops June 8th for $12.99. Then we have something more lighthearted and comedic. That's right, Grand Blue Dreaming Volume 13. If you're into seaside towns and diving and swimming and beach craziness, this is for you. In stores June 22nd for $12.99. Let's see what Vertical's got for us this June. We kick it off with Blood on Tracks Volume 6 by the legendary Shuzo Oshimi, from the creator who brought you such notable works as The Flowers of Evil, Happiness and Inside Murray. This comes out June 8th and goes for $12.95. Moving from psychological thriller to absurd comedy, we have With a Dog and a Cat, Every Day is Fun! Especially June 1st will be fun when this comes out for $12.95. Next up, a new series on Volume 2 already. That's right, this is School Frozen in Time. On a snowy school day, like any other, classmates and childhood friends Hiroshi and Mizuki arrive at school to find the campus eerily empty. Before long, they find themselves trapped inside with 6 other friends, and even stranger, all the clocks have stopped at a very specific moment, the exact time when a former classmate jumped off the school roof to their death 3 months earlier. In stores June 15th for $12.95. Next up we have Bakemonogatari Volume 9 by Ogreto, one of my favorite artists from back in the day. That's right, I used to read Eigia, but not anymore. This comes out June 15th for $12.95. Let's see what Dark Horse has in store for us. First up we have the final volume of the Hellsing Deluxe Edition Hardcovers. This is Volume 3. This concludes it in the hardcovers. This collects chapters 63 to 88 from Hellsing volumes 8 to 10, plus also extras from the volumes 1 through 10. This will be out June 16th and goes for $49.99. Next up, another pick of the month from me. Basically, this is a pick of the month because I really enjoy the anime and I still actually need to get hold of this manga, but it's really awesomely illustrated and great kind of ideas and craziness behind everything. This is Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken. and this is volume 2 coming out June 2nd for $12.99. So next we have something for anime, manga and gaming fans. This is of course Kingdom Hearts, and this is Kingdom Hearts Ultimania Story Before Kingdom Hearts 3 hardcover. Awesome title, Japan, you keep on winning. And this is obviously brought to you by Square Enix. Comes out June 23rd for $44.99. Let's see what Seven Seas has in store for us. So next up we have another new series. This is I Swear I Won't Bother You Again Volume 1. If you're a fan of ReZero, this sounds like something that might interest you. Let's go through the synopsis together. One noble woman's attempt to rewrite the past and avoid her descent into villainy. Succumbing to long-simmering jealousy over a younger sister, noblewoman Violet snaps and does something terrible. As she languishes in prison, something unexpected happens. Time is rewound, sending her back to the day she first met her sister. Armed with the memories of her disastrous first go-round, Violet is determined to take the script in a different direction this time. June 9th for $12.99. Another new series coming from Seven Seas is Tale of the Outcast Volume 1. This kinda has Beauty and the Beast vibes. Let's look at the synopsis together. An engrossing new fantasy in which a downtrodden orphan girl develops an unexpected friendship with a beastly immortal. Wisteria is an orphan girl living in a corner of the British Empire at the end of the 19th century. Her life is desolate and bleak until she encounters Marbas, a powerful but equally lonely immortal being with a furry appearance, hounded by hunters. Together, Wisteria and Marbas roam the Empire, populated by humans and human-like beasts, in search of a place where they can live together in peace. In stores June 9th for $12.99. Next, we have another reincarnated Isekai legendary title. That's right, it's not a slime, this time it's a sword. Reincarnated as a Sword Volume 6. Comes out June 9th for $12.99. And next up we have a one-shot. This is Sadako-san and Sadako-chan. This hilarious manga takes a look at the softer side of one of horror's most iconic monsters, Sadako from The Ring. One day, as Sadako goes to claim her next victim, she meets another girl named Sadako. Sadako-chan is a precocious young child who's eager to help Sadako-san adjust to the modern era. No more climbing out of TVs, it's all YouTube now. With the help of her new friend, can Sadako finally move on from her tragic past? This adorable spin-off to the genre-defining Ringu franchise is terrifyingly funny. June 23 for $13.99. Then we have something which I mentioned in Volume 1 of a month or two ago, and that is Drugstore in Another World. We're on Volume 2 already. This just sounds like a silly, legendary isekai thing, which kind of piqued my interest. So give it a look if you're into that. June 23rd for $12.99. Next up, we've got Yen Press. And another new series, this is Uncle from Another World Volume 1. When a middle-aged man wakes up from a 17-year coma, he tells his nephew Takafumi that he's been adventuring in another world. Wait, could this be an isekai? Another world? Waking up from a I guess so. It's a generation gap comedy starring an uncle who bridges two universes. June 9th, $15. Next we have Detective is Already Dead Volume 1. You will be my assistant. During a plane hijacking 4 years ago, Kimutsuka Kimihiko wound up becoming the assistant to a beautiful detective named Siesta. Or Siesta, I guess, but Siesta. The pair traveled the world solving crimes and battling criminal organizations. Until Siesta died. Anyway, Kimutsuka thought that would spell the end of his adventures and a return to ordinary life, but an encounter with a girl who bears an uncanny resemblance to Siesta suggests that fate has other plans. June 23rd, $15. Next we have a little bit of Korean flavor. That's right, we're on to Solo Leveling Volume 2 already. This is in stores June 30th and goes for $20. I know, $20, but it's full color, people. Come on, show gaming some love. Then a series coming to a close. This is Shibuya Goldfish, which is just so crazy. I kind of love it. There's 2 more of these to go, so we're almost at the end. The synopsis says it all. Humans versus Goldfish has reached its final stage. June 2nd, $15. Next up, still ongoing strong, is Bungo Stray Dogs Volume 19 in stores June 23rd for $13. Then we have another new series on its Volume 2. This is Geonoman Volume 2. and it's out June 23rd for $13. Next up, something which always sounds cute and awesome to me because it involves people trying to speak weird animal languages and is super cute. This is Heterogenia Linguistikov Volume 3, June 23rd for $15. And that's it for this June. Don't forget to give the video a like, comment down below what you're going to buy this month, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and remember, stay perfect. See ya!